was in the junior section at Ross the other day, and I got a couple coats and a blazer and stuff for my interview. And I was like, I remember walking into stores ever since childhood. I've always been uncomfortable being so big for my age. And I've been walking into stores lately and being completely not self-conscious about not being able to fit into something. It's just so freeing. Like it's the non-scale victories for me. Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in. I know it's been a little bit. I decided to skip month 5 so that we could combine all the updates for month 5 and 6. This is just a recap for those who are new to my channel, but I began this whole VSG journey on May 1st. Officially was the day that my 2-week pre-op diet, liquid diet started. I was 285 pounds on May 1st. I had my surgery on May 16th and I had lost about 20 pounds. I was 263 on the day of my surgery. Today is November 14th. I will be 6 months post-op on November 16th, and my weight as of today is 194 pounds. That is a 91-pound loss since beginning this journey on May 1st, and I'm just super excited to tell you all the details, so let's get into it. So, month 5, let's start there. Month 5 was a bit of a mess. I was stalled out at 203 pounds for weeks. I will say though, that is the month that I was confused about what I was supposed to be eating because I haven't had any complications so far. I haven't had any acid reflux, any stomach issues, any pain when I eat. No red flags essentially. So I was actually thinking that I had already been approved to go on to the full solid stage of eating. So I had been eating regular food for about a month. And I went to my doctor appointment at the end of 5 months, which was like around Halloween. And I had just now gotten approved to go to the regular diet. So I had been on the regular diet for about a month, eating chicken and beef and anything else. But now I'm officially approved for the 6-month diet. So I'm gonna count it as I'm starting over today. So that just includes drinking 8 cups daily of water or any beverage that's approved that's under 10 calories and no sugar. You can have 2 cups of caffeine, so like 200 milligrams of caffeine. You're supposed to prioritize meat and protein-based foods. So you can have non-breaded meats like, no fried chicken, no fried anything. But you can eat your vegetables. So your plate should basically be comprised of protein as the main thing, and then you eat your vegetables, and then whatever carbs you do have, you can eat those. Like if you have some potatoes, fine. If you have some rice, fine. But it should be like the smallest thing on your plate. So this isn't a situation where like before when you're dieting, you're restricted to certain things, and if you eat them, it's a big no-no. This is more of change your lifestyle, eat what you want, but eat it within the right portions, like protein first, vegetables, then carbs, and limit desserts. You shouldn't be having dessert every single day. Like if you go to a restaurant and you want to have a dessert, fine, but let that be the only one because you don't want to accidentally slip back into old habits. I think the most risky thing about VSG is that when you lose all this weight and you're a new weight that you've never even seen in a long time, and you see, okay, well, I'm now where I want to be, so let me just eat a little bit, and I'll be fine. Well, over time, you can accidentally stretch your pouch because your stomach can stretch and hold more food. So I'm just not even going to play with fire. I've been very strict on the diet as far as staying away from sugary drinks. I don't drink any sugary drinks. Like if I'm going to get any sugar intake, like if I say I want a piece of cake if I'm going to eat a piece of cake, which I don't, but if I were going to eat a piece of cake, I'd rather have my enjoyment from that piece of cake than waste all my sugar content on drinking. So I only drink Propel, zero sugar Propel, zero sugar Gatorade, and water. And in most of my waters, I'm usually dumping some sort of flavor in it. I got these from Berry Life. It's a grapefruit drink mix. It's really good. It tastes like real fruity, but not sweet fruity. Like I'm more of a lemonade sour type girl. But this has 19 grams of protein in it. No, 15 grams of protein in it, zero sugar, zero everything else. And so I like to mix this with my drinks. As far as vitamins, so month 5, vitamins became a struggle. I don't know what happened to me, but calcium chews started to get real disgusting. Like, y'all know me when it comes to that milky flavor. I can't stand it. That's why I don't really drink the shakes anymore unless I have to. And most times I'm drinking the coffee flavored one because it tastes the least like a shake to me. But I decided to get some new calcium chews because no matter what, you do have to take 1,500 milligrams of this in order to reach your daily intake goal. So I tried this. It is from Berry Life and it's sour grape. It literally tastes like candy. It tastes like Sour Patch Kids. And so this is tolerable because it tastes like candy. It tastes like you're eating like a Skittle or something versus the like almost geriatric level of calcium chews. Like, ugh. Strawberry banana should never be a calcium chew. It is just disgusting. But I still take my Celebrate vitamins that I have left over. These are the iron tablets with vitamin C. I still take this because I did get my labs done and everything came out perfect. I actually thought I had a deficiency in month 5 because I just felt sluggish. But I did my labs. Everything was perfect. The only thing that was moderate was my iron intake, and I'm already anemic anyway, so I kind of expected that. But it wasn't low, it was just lower than compared to my other things. So I'm gonna up the iron and try and mitigate that before that becomes a problem. My doctor gave me these vitamins. It's from Bariatric Pal. It's the Multivitamin 1. You only have to take one a day right before bedtime. So I really appreciate this because in the beginning of your VSG journey, you're all like gung-ho. I'm gonna take as many vitamins as I have to. But around month 4 is when it hits you like, oh my gosh, I gotta take all these vitamins every day for the rest of my life. Like I used to take these, but these are 6 a day. I think I probably would get through maybe 3 or 4 a day. So I wasn't getting the levels that I was supposed to hit. So I switched to the 1 a day. And so I take 1 of these a day at night and I take 3 of these spaced out during the day at my own leisure. But you have to take 3 because your calcium and iron can't mix in the same pill. So you have to do that separately. But anyway, that's all about vitamins. What has changed for me this month is exercising. So I have been exercising lately. And I will still admit that that is not my favorite part. It wasn't my favorite part at almost 300 pounds. It's not my favorite part at 194. But what has helped me is taking some of this pre-workout. It's just from Walmart. I don't know if it's the best. If you guys have recommendations, let me know. But I just like it because it tastes like sour watermelon. Anything sour and fruity, I'm down for it. And this one doesn't have any sugar or anything like that. So I chose this and it doesn't give me like jitters, but I do definitely feel like energized. Like now I can run a mile, y'all, without stopping. I'm like, who is this? Who is me? So anyway, I can run a mile now and that feels amazing. I can lift weights longer than necessary, longer than I'm used to. So I do feel the difference in the space that I'm taking up. So let's transition to talking about what it feels like to like be a different size. Like I have always been the biggest person in the room because I'm like 6 feet tall, so naturally. But being 6 feet tall and almost 300 pounds, I have always felt that I had to make myself small because my presence is too big. Like I'm just a big black woman. Like I just felt in the way, and that's so unfortunate. That's a whole different subject. Don't even start me on that. But just feeling like I had to make myself small to, basically not take up space, not get in anybody's way. I often cope with my own personal insecurities by being hilarious. Like, okay, y'all might not think I'm funny, but I think I am hilarious. So I cope with uncomfortable situations or times when I'm not feeling the best about myself by being very nice, very overcompensating with kindness, or being funny, or making sure that I add the spark or the comedy in the room and shift the atmosphere a little bit so people notice my character instead of having enough time to notice my physical looks. And that's just been a way that I've been like coping with things since I was a child. I was a skinny child, but I have always been so much bigger than my peers. And so for the first time in life, I feel very like physically small. Like I feel like I can walk into a room and not have to put on a show. Like I come to, different meetings and different things I do, and I'm just there. And another thing I've noticed is now that I'm smaller, I've heard people talk about skinny privilege, and I was like, y'all just want another subject to add to your video. But it is true. I have always been a very independent, like, no one helps me kind of person. You know what I mean? Like, I got it. I'm strong enough. I'm big enough. Like, even in middle school, like when the guys were helping the girls out in PE do their thing, I've always been like, Big Cheryl got it. Literally, my nickname is Big Cheryl. Like, or pulling out chairs for me, or opening doors for me, or lifting things for me. People don't do that. And all of a sudden, I've been treated more like a lady from strangers. You know what I mean? Like, people are opening doors more. People are pulling out my chair more. People are treating me more dainty than I've ever been used to. I don't know. And I think that might be a me thing, because I'm recognizing myself worthy of being treated dainty instead of having to be so brolic and like, I got this, so I don't know if it's skinny privilege or is it me recognizing that I deserve to be treated like everyone else, regardless of what size I am. I don't know. It's a whole thing. That's why they tell you get therapy when you are going through this journey, because so much changes and it's not just about your weight. Let me see some other things that are going on. Let's talk about hair. So I don't know if you all noticed, when I started this journey, I had micro locks for 3 years. I took those out. And my reasoning for that was because I was worried that somewhere in this process, I would become deficient in my vitamin intake. And one of the biggest side effects of that is losing your hair. So I went ahead and took out my locks. I have like a giant fro. And I just keep it braided. So during this time, as I adjust for the next year, I'm just going to keep my hair in a protective style and leave it alone, because I don't want to experience any shedding or hair loss that's unnecessary. Even if I'm not deficient, I know your hair weakens just in general because you are intaking less vitamins than you were before. And so that's where I am with that. We're about to hit 6 months in 2 days. I am so shocked, because I could have never imagined being less than 200 pounds. Like, I haven't been less than 200 pounds in probably 13 years. Like, if that. Because, about 12 or 11 years is how long I haven't been under 200 pounds. And so the day I hit 199 a few weeks ago, I had a moment. Like, I'm not an emotional, boohoo, extra about things. But when I hit 199, I was like, whoa. At my skinniest, at my most comfortable weight as an adult was 220 something. Like, I felt amazing at 220. But I'm 194 right now, and I just cannot. 6 months ago, when I started this journey, I thought it was going to take a year. And I had just bought a size 22 in clothes because I was starting my internship. and I needed some professional like suits, and all my other suits were from back in the day, and they were like 14, 16s. And so I had to go to JCPenney and buy like $700 worth of size 22 suits and shirts and jackets and everything. And that was literally 2 weeks before my surgery when I did that, because I started my internship 2 weeks after surgery. So now here we are 6 months later and I wear a size 12. Like, what? I'm a little hurt because that was $700 worth of clothes that now I have to figure out how to get rid of and maybe get a little money back. Like, do I sell them? Do I donate them? Or do I just take the L and go shopping? Like, and I'm a little scared to shop because even though my goal is 160, which I think I might modify that, I think I'm going to be okay at 170-ish, because I am no longer so focused on the scale compared to being focused on toning up and building muscle mass. But either way, my goal is between 160 and 170. And so that means I could get down to probably a size 8 or 10. And I'm like, what do I do? Like, I could actually shop in the regular section for like the first time in 10 plus years. I was in the junior section at Ross the other day, and I got a couple coats and a blazer and stuff for my interview. And I was like, I remember walking into stores ever since childhood. I've always been uncomfortable being so big for my age. And I've been walking into stores lately and being completely not self-conscious about not being able to fit into something. It's just so freeing. Like, it's the non-scale victories for me. But let's talk about a few other things. So let's talk about some concerns. So some of the cons of weight loss, especially rapid weight loss, I'm almost at 100, I'm 91 pounds down. It's almost 100 pounds down in 6 months. So the consequences of rapid weight loss is loose skin, losing muscle mass, and those are the big two for me. So I have experience, I don't know if you see this, I've been working out, so my muscles are coming out. Like, ooh, look at me flexing. I've never seen that before. I just noticed that. But anyway, but if I don't flex, you guys see this? That worries me a bit. But I feel like I talked to my doctor about it, and he said because of my age, so loose skin can be genetic, or it can be how much weight you had to lose. And it can be based on age and race and everything. So I'm 31. So he said I have hope that I can tone this up still. Like, I don't have much weight to lose anymore. So it's not like I'm about to lose like 100 more pounds. So I'm grateful for that. And so what I've been focusing on is taking collagen and also weightlifting, like bump cardio. Like, cardio will come. I walk, I blah, blah, blah. But when I'm in the gym, I do not waste my energy with anything else but weightlifting. And then after I weightlift, I might hop on the treadmill. But when I'm in there, it's straight body recomp. Like, I focus solely on increasing my weights every week so I can retone my body. And plus, I've had a child, so all that factors in. But I still have my scars. I think they might be keloids because that's just what type of skin I have. Whenever I get a cut, it raises up instead of just being flat and close. So I think the scars are for life, no matter how much vitamin E oil or Moderna scar cream I put on. That's just whatever. But I'm okay with that because I'll take weight loss over 5 little scars any day. But I have been experiencing some body morphia, which is really weird. I feel like it's weird that I have body morphia at this size, because I had body morphia at almost 300 pounds anyway. Like, I looked in the mirror and just felt very bad. Like, you know, you know, when you stare at yourself too long, you start seeing, oh shoot, my nose is crooked, my eyes are cross-eyed. Like, you know, you start seeing the negatives in yourself, especially if you have lower self-esteem. But I find it really weird that at a place where I'm physically comfortable, I still look in the mirror and I see someone who's 250 pounds plus. Like, I don't see a young, healthy, under 200 pound woman. Like, I I don't see that. The only time I see that is if I review before and after pictures, or if someone notices my weight loss and tell me. And I'm like, oh, really? I think it's because I haven't gone shopping yet. And so I'm still really wearing the clothes that I was big in with belts or something. And now it's layer season. So I can cover up and put a belt on, and you won't see that I'm sagging like a young thug. But I'm having to work through looking at my flaws. Like, I see stretch marks, I see my scars on my stomach, I see my skin saggy. I'm worried about getting, like, little things that shouldn't really matter. And I guess I'm just coming to terms with the fact that I allowed myself to fall into that negative mindset that I often preach to other people about, because I'm a therapist. So I'm always using empowerment, strength-based theories to like help people see themselves for who they really are instead of through their dysfunctional thoughts. And here I am doing the same thing to myself. And I'm very ashamed of that. Like, I'm always body positivity, big girls rock, little girls rock, like, love the skin you're in type of person. And here I am talking to myself crazy. You know what I mean? So we all got to work on that. I just want, I guess, to let people know who are on this journey, or people who are losing weight naturally, or people who are, naturally skinny, just love yourself. Like, literally don't get caught up in what everyone else looks like. Like, I've seen people who've had surgery and they are snatched, like muscular, almost got six packs, and they've done it in 6 months. And I'm at 6 months and I'm not snatched yet. I've lost weight, but I feel like I'm not where I want to be yet. And I've allowed myself to get kind of judgmental about, well, look at that person. They're doing this, they're doing that. Why are you not doing what you need to do, Cheryl? Why are you not exercising longer than 30 minutes? Like, what are you doing? Instead of just being happy that I can be in the gym for at least 30. I used to go in the gym for 10 minutes and be dead. So just focus on the positive is really what I'm trying to say. So let's get into a little bit of TMI. This is for the ladies. So when some people get sleeve surgery because they are unable to have children at their current BMI. And so they want to lose weight so that they are at less risk for carrying a child. I'm completely opposite. I already have one, good on that. But the doctor does warn you after you have VSG that you are like 25% more fertile than you were before. Or I just made that up. I don't know what the percentage is, but you are a lot more fertile than you were when you were heavier. And they specifically warn you, if you want to have children, please wait 18 months after surgery so that your body is used to it. Because when you're pregnant, the baby is almost like a little parasite, and it sucks all your vitamins out, and you already don't have enough vitamins, so you and the baby gonna be looking crazy. So just chill for 18 months and then you're free to have a child. And some people have it earlier than 18 months and everything's fine. But as for me and mine, I immediately went go get on birth control after surgery, probably about 2 months after surgery. And there's a bit of conflict, because now that you've had surgery, you can no longer take pills. Your body doesn't absorb it the way that it would when your stomach was like fully intact. And so you only have like two options, the patch or the ring. And then extra conflict is that with the patch, you have to be like under 200 pounds. So if you're coming fresh off of surgery, you're probably not under 200 pounds yet. So that's not an option. So you have to do the ring. So that's what I do, and there will be no babies before 2025, which is perfect because I don't want any until after 2025. But so yeah, just make sure that if you are not trying to get pregnant, get on birth control. Don't even play that. Don't even play Russian roulette with your life. I recommend the ring unless you have reached under 200, and then you can go for the patch if you want to. I think I might switch that out, but I don't know. Anyway, just wanted to bring that to perspective, because I have seen a lot of people become pregnant before a year post-op, and it can kind of skew your results and also really affect your health. But to each his own. And if you are pregnant before the timeline, blessings on your pregnancy, and I hope everything goes smoothly for you and baby. But this advice is for the people that absolutely don't want any more children or a child yet until they get to the 18-month part. So yes. Another thing I want to address is stalls. So like I said, through this 6 months, I have had several stalls. The first stall was the 3-week stall. I was stuck at probably 250 for like a month, and I was just devastated because like, oh man, did I mess something up? Like, why am I not losing weight? And then something changes and you drop like 25, and then you don't drop anything. Right now, I have been at a stall for about 2 weeks now. I was stuck at 198 for like 2 weeks. And in the last like 3 days, I've gone down 4 pounds. So it's just, you just keep doing what you're doing. Don't get discouraged by the scale. In actuality, I've stopped getting on the scale every day because it fluctuates. And I don't want to beat myself up if something goes up or something doesn't go down quick enough. So that's what I'm personally doing. I've started this workout program because I don't have a gym membership yet, because I have a gym here in my neighborhood that's open to everyone. And then I don't know if you've heard of the program called Body by Ted. He's this guy in Atlanta, and he specifically targets plus size women. And he's running a 30-day free trial of his program, and he is no joke. It is no joke. So I've started the 30 days yesterday, and so I'm gonna go through that. He guarantees 20 pounds down in 2 weeks, but I'm mostly looking for toning. So I'm gonna check back with y'all in 30 days and see if Ted is really about it, you know? But yeah, that's it for now. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you where I'm at now and probably attach some pictures along the journey. Or I might make a separate video with a bunch of before and after pictures. That might be better. But for now, I'm gonna stand up and show you where I'm at right now. I'm gonna show you some of my scars. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.